We're tracking the latest in a Marion County death investigation where a woman was found shot to death in her driveway.
2 men are recovering after a stabbing in Nicholasville, and police say one of the men was simply trying to break up the fight.
And we'll have the latest on the Battle of the Bluegrass and how fans are gearing up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5.
Good afternoon to you. I'm Amber Philpott. We are tracking a breaking news alert right now in southern Kentucky. Police in Pulaski County are on the scene of a deadly crash. This crash happened on Kentucky 914 at the intersection of Highway 80 West. That intersection is shut down right now. Police tell us that a blue Chevy Cavalier collided with a tanker truck. Kentucky State Police tell us that 2 people were killed and a third was airlifted to UK Hospital. Right now, no names have been released. We do have a crew at the scene gathering more information, and we will update you when we receive new information. A Marion County woman was found dead on Christmas, and police say she was likely murdered. Troopers say 46-year-old Susan Summers was found shot to death just before 7 last night outside her home in Lebanon. WKYT's Phil Pendleton joins us with the shocking discovery. It's our top story at 5.
I'm standing right across the street from where this crime happened, actually in a city park. There's a baseball field just right over here to my right. In fact, people that I talk to say that in dozens of years, there's never even been a hint of anything ever happening like this. But that tranquility was broken Thursday night. Police received a call about 7 o'clock Christmas night of a woman found in her driveway. She was rushed to the local hospital in Lebanon where she died. We are told that she is 46-year-old Susan D. Summers. She lived in the house for several years, but neighbors say they were not aware of any problems. Many who live in the area say that it's a very peaceful place, but they're very concerned about this woman's violent end.
Real quiet. Nobody is around till they get off from work and stuff like that. But other than that, it's quiet.
And Summers' body was taken to the state medical examiner's office in Louisville, where an autopsy was expected to be done sometime today. Much more at 6 o'clock, but for now, in Marion County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Police have not made any arrest in this case. 2 people were taken to the hospital and 1 was arrested after a stabbing on Christmas Day. 35-year-old Cody Seflica is accused of stabbing 2 people during a fight at a home in Nicholasville. Officers say the suspect tried to take off, but they caught up with him. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is tracking the arrest.
Family of one of those stabbing victims tells me her son was simply trying to break up the fight and got caught in the wrong place at the wrong time.
There was blood just everywhere.
Cheryl Maggard says her son, 23-year-old Stephen Lancaster, was just getting home from a friend's when a group of people were fighting outside their apartment on Grinder Court. Police say Lancaster then tried to break up a fight between Cody Seflica and another man.
The guy had run toward my son's face and he had thrown his arm up to protect his face and throat.
Seflica was arrested a short time later and charged with first-degree assault. Lancaster, who did not want to talk on camera, says he now has nerve and tendon damage in his left hand.
Paying for something that he really had no idea what was going on.
Lancaster says he will have to have surgery to repair some tendons in his hand, but is thankful his injuries are not any worse and is hopeful the other victim will recover. In Jessamine County, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Neighbors say they do not know Seflica or the other man. They say the 2 were fighting over a woman who they believe was visiting someone in the area. In our county-by-county coverage at 5, we are tracking stories in Wolfe and Knox counties. We begin in Wolfe County. Kentucky State Police say 42-year-old James Sharrow died after a crash overnight on the Mountain Parkway. Troopers say the driver, 66-year-old Linda Ring, lost control of her vehicle, ran off the roadway, hit a hillside, and overturned. Ring was taken to UK Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Sharrow was pronounced dead at the scene. In Knox County, a mother is behind bars after deputies say she she abandoned her children. 23-year-old Pamela Hatfield faces child endangerment charges. Deputies say they responded to a disagreement at a motel, and that's where they found Hatfield, her boyfriend, and 7-month-old twins. When deputies were outside with her boyfriend, 35-year-old Michael Ramey, Hatfield took off and the children were left alone. She was later found in another man's basement. Well, it is certainly a beautiful and sunny day after Christmas across the Bluegrass, but it looks like rain will be making a return for our weekend. WKYT's Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is tracking your forecast in the First Alert Weather Center. Chris?
Yeah, Amber, we were noticing just a beautiful sunset moments ago. Now the clouds getting in the way. Had a gorgeous sun literally just seconds ago. We were going to show you that in the clouds, spoiling our party. And those clouds, a harbinger of things to come as we go into our Saturday and Sunday across central and eastern Kentucky. Right now in Lexington, 50 degrees, so we're still on the mild side, though a quick drop through the 40s if you're out and about this evening. Not a whole lot of action outside of some clouds coming on in, and defenders showing the cloud cover across western Kentucky, western Tennessee. Moisture is coming out of the Gulf of Mexico ahead of a slow-moving cold front that has cold air, basically wintertime, finally arriving across the country as we speak. Milder flow coming out ahead of that. You get those two together, you know what that spells? That spells rain, and unfortunately, it is just in time for those weekend plans. Nothing, though, falling from the skies if you're going to be out this evening. It's a mild one. For the most part, temperatures are into the low and mid-40s with clouds that will be increasing. But if you're out, you're A-OK. And if you're going to be traveling, though the rain does arrive for the weekend, temperatures slowly dropping. And Amber, when I come back in a little bit, we're going to show you how the cold is finally eyeing the Bluegrass State just in time for a brand new year. That's in about 5 minutes.
Chris, thank you. People in New York City are preparing today to begin paying their respects to one of 2 police officers ambushed and killed last weekend. Marley Hall reports from Queens.
Fellow officers from the New York City Police Department carried Officer Rafael Ramos's casket into his Queens church as hundreds lined up to pay their respects at his wake.
We love Rafael Ramos. He was a gift to our church. We loved his faithfulness and the way that he served people, and we're going to miss him a great deal.
Ramos and his partner, Officer Wenjin Liu, were ambushed in their patrol car last Saturday near a Brooklyn housing project. The shooter, 28-year-old Ismael Brinsley, ran to a nearby subway station where he killed himself.
Officer Ramos's funeral is Saturday here at the Christ Tabernacle Church in Queens. It seats about 800 people. Vice President Joe Biden and thousands of police officers from across the U.S. and Canada are expected.
People who never met Ramos are also finding ways to honor the fallen officer.
We appreciate his sacrifice and the work he did for all New Yorkers.
The shooting raised tension between Mayor Bill de Blasio and city police unions. Just a few hours before the wake, a banner reading, "De Blasio, our backs are turned to you," flew over the Hudson River. Officer Ramos was 40 and on the force for 2 years. He leaves behind a wife and 2 sons. Marley Hall, CBS News, Queens, New York.
Funeral plans for Officer Liu, who was also killed in that ambush, have not yet been announced. Well, back here at home, the Salvation Army has nearly met their goal of collecting $550,000. Volunteers tell WKYT they are only about $37,000 away from their goal. If they meet their online donation goal of $100,000, an anonymous donor will match the proceeds, and that will double their online donations. If you would like to help the Salvation Army out, just go to WKYT.com and we have more information. All right, it is almost time for the Battle of the Bluegrass. Kentucky and Louisville will meet up for the 48th time. WKYT's Rob Bromley joins us now as the game is less than 24 hours away. Hi, Rob.
Amber, the game the fans look forward to every year. Cats and the Cards toss it up tomorrow afternoon in the Young Center, and as always, bragging rights go on the line. Both teams going in undefeated. Kentucky rolling along a perfect 12-0, number 1 in the country. The Cats haven't played since they really embarrassed UCLA last weekend in Chicago. This will be the Cats' first true road game, and Louisville is ranked number 4 in the country.
You know, this is an outstanding team. For me, it's one of those games, you know your team, you better be prepared walking in. You know, Rick's going to have his team ready, no question. And you got to have your team ready.
There'll be a little red in there, I think, and it'll be a tough environment. being a lot of noise, not too many of our fans in there. So we got to come to play.
Kentucky and Louisville, top-ranked Cats going into the Yum Center. 2 o'clock tip-off tomorrow. It's on ESPN2, and then after this game, it's on to the SEC. Coming up in sports just before 6, all the talk of going undefeated. Do the Cats hear it? We'll hear from Willie Cauley-Stein. Amber?
All right, Rob, thank you. And fans here in Lexington spent the day shopping and gearing up for the Battle of the Bluegrass. Wildcat and Cardinal fans shop for blue and red fan wear at all sports today in Fayette Mall. The rivalry on the basketball court is now 101 years old, and folks will be wearing their pride on hats, shirts, and painted faces come tomorrow, and it's putting cash in the pockets of Kentucky businesses.
Well, any game brings some excitement and a few more sales of Kentucky merchandise, but it's always, you get the added benefit with Kentucky and Louisville because of the rivalry and the fact that we do have some Louisville merchandise too.
The two basketball teams have faced off against each other 47 times since 1913. The University of Kentucky has won 32 of those games. Still to come, a devastating ending to a Christmas at a grandmother's house in Ohio. And Sony continues to deal with another possible hacking case. This time, PlayStation is the target. And coming up for you at 5:30, we are tracking an accidental shooting out of Frankfurt that's left a teen in critical condition.